Nation. This is New World Florida coming to you with a VR to Two Gun Tommy. I want to make a disclaimer before I go any further. I'm not trying to troll, just trying to get good information and truth and whatnot. So don't get upset with this video. I'm just gonna point out some commonly misunderstood things about the Constitution. Please don't get mad, and before you send any kind of flaming response, check with me to make sure we understand each other. Okay, so I'm going to try to hurry through this so it's not a long, drawn-out video. The reason we are in this community of YouTube is because, honestly, the Constitution is a complete failure. It has failed to protect us, and that's a fact. You just can't ignore the fact that we're sitting here talking about all these things because the Constitution did not work. It's a document written by people of questionable merit. Some people swear by the forefathers. I don't know about that. I don't think that's a good idea. You're talking about a lot of high-level insiders. They have monuments erected to them. So I don't think that regular Americans were in their mind when they were writing the Constitution. First thing, from a legal perspective, you have to do is understand the definitions of the elements of the Constitution. For example, like we the people. Who is we the people? Who does it include? And more importantly, who does it exclude? And I think our current court system can bear out these definitions the way I'm seeing them, and a lot of other people. What is the United States? It's of America, so it's not America. It's something else. It's a different entity than America. So, if you're going to try to understand what the Constitution is or is not, the problems with it, you have to understand the definitions from from their legal perspective. I'm talking about the people that wrote it and their descendants. The blue bloods, I guess you'd call them. Okay, so definitions. We know it's a failure. That's why we're here talking and complaining and whining about all the, like NDAA or whatever. How can they do that if it's a violation of the Constitution? Well, that's actually quite simple. For some reason, people don't understand. I don't know how they've hidden this, but the Constitution was suspended in 1861. And to my knowledge, it has never been unsuspended. So technically, we've been under martial law since 1861. And I'm sure I don't need to point out what was going on at that time. So you look at W. Bush. He was quoted as saying that the Constitution is just a piece of GD paper. And that's offensive based on what we think it means. But if you get real with yourself, is he right? It really is just a piece of paper that technically a bunch of high-level Masons and whatnot wrote. Only if you want to lean on a document that's written, and I think the Constitution's kind of like a carrot anymore, put in front of the beast of burden that's pulling the wagon, the goyim, if you know what I mean. So there's that carrot you're chasing, kind of like a dog chasing their tail. You hear these stories of people going to court, and they look at the judge and say, well, what about my constitutional rights? And the judge just ignores them or says irrelevant. Well, that's a real indicator of the situation, that the Constitution is suspended and you are not privy to it. I don't know if common American was ever included in that. So there's no more common law. you're under the UCC code or admiralty law in the court system. You can't, to my knowledge, lean on a constitution for any rights. It's all UCC code, admiralty. And of course, that's basically Roman law, which is, I mean, there's nothing new under the sun. It's always been like that through the centuries. To finish up my vid, sorry about that. A written document, why are you leaning on the Constitution? It's a problem because you don't want to have an idol, that you're dependent on, a golden calf, so to speak. You don't want to make it more than it is. Don't get caught up in it. If you understand what I'm saying, don't lean on it like it's some kind of magical, there's only one inspired writ or writing that you need to lean on, and that only when it's properly translated, because the same people that we complain about, some of them have tried to interfere with that written document as well and mistranslate it and throw you off course. Anyway, that's all I can think of right now. Please don't get angry. This is just truth, man. If I made a mistake, point it out. I'll change what I'm thinking in an instant. That's all I care about is truth. That's all you should care about is absolute, unperverted, properly translated, clear, pure truth in reality. So in summary, the Constitution in my mind is a document written for we the people, which, obviously it excludes us at this point, if it's even relevant. I think it's more of a blue blood document, kind of like the Magna Carta was written for nobles. So the administrators of the United States, which legally and technically is a corporation housed in DC, I think they might, if anybody can, only they would be able to use the Constitution if, say, the Crown had a indictment against them. So I'm just trying to give a proper perspective of what it is. Don't get caught up and don't let it be a lodestone to you. It's a failure. The only way you're going to enforce it is if you raise an army, and I mean, come on. How are you going to fight a conglomeration of international armies with their technology? It's just not going to happen. As it is written, who can make war with it? This is their time. You're just going to have to deal with it. That's why the only real legitimate written document is so important and properly translated. Anyway, I guess I'll stop there. There's probably a little more I could say, but I can see I'm already over 8 minutes, and I really don't want to make videos over 5 minutes if I can help it. Anyway, I'm Northwest Florida here, and if you got any comments, just throw them away. Make sure before you get ticked off at me that you understand where I'm coming from. I'm not trolling, not trying to take anybody off, just want to get to the truth of the matter and cast off any needless lodestones, so to speak. Alright, brah. Y'all, Two Gun, think you're the one that made that video walking around through the woods around your area. It was an awesome video. I appreciate you. And maybe I'll respond depending on what I see. Alright, y'all have a good one, and I'll talk to you later.